is your boy, your whispering perfume pimp, Christopher Cologne, and I'm back with another video. Okay, so this video is a little bit different. I'm not going to do any fragrances. Well, I'm going to say one thing. I made the video for my favorite ASMR artist, and that Products cologne. And man, that Products cologne is freaking strong. I made that video a little while ago, and that's all I can smell. I'm having to hit up my coffee to try to get that smell out of my nose, because it's just so strong in this room. I mean, it smells good, but damn, that's a strong cologne. That is something I'm not going to be able to spray a whole lot of, and I'm an oversprayer, so, but, yeah, so this video is on Chiari Malformation. So that's how it's pronounced, because I know a lot of people are probably looking at the title and thinking, Chiari, what in the hell's Chiari? So, because it's spelled Chiari. But, yeah, so I figured I'd go ahead and drop a little facts, because September is Chiari Malformation Awareness Month, and the color for Chiari Malformation Awareness is purple. I don't have any purple. That's the reason why I'm not wearing any. Otherwise, I'd be wearing purple for this video. But, yeah. So, Chiari is one of the things that I have on top of all the other crap I got wrong with me, from getting hit by a car to having this hole in my foot to years of struggling with osteomyelitis on and off and everything like that. But, yeah, so I have Chiari. I know I've mentioned this in other videos, but I know for some this is the first time y'all are watching me. So I have Chiari. My cerebellum is herniated 3 to 5 millimeters into my spinal column, or at least that's what it was a few years ago when I had an MRI. And I also have something that more than likely was caused from the Chiari. It's caused a syringomyelia, or syrinx, so, which is just a cyst in my spine, and it's in my thoracic region, so it's around my shoulder blade area. It could be getting bigger. I need to have another MRI done, but I don't have insurance, so I need to go ahead and get insurance, which I'm going to, and get another MRI done to see if this stuff has progressed any. So I'm hoping it hasn't, because sometimes it doesn't progress. Sometimes it progresses a whole lot throughout a person's life. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the facts. Oh, and before I get into the facts, like what it has caused with me, I used to work out, even though I got hit by a car, and it busted me up really bad from the waist down. I still rode bicycles for years after. That's one of my favorite things to do, which I can't do it no more, but I still rode bicycles for years after I got hit by the car, before the Chiari actually, like, took its hold on me. I worked out every day. Well, almost every day, for like 3 to 4 hours every day. And matter of fact, I think me working out is what aggravated it, so, and set it all off, because I had 70-pound dumbbells in each arm, and I was doing hammer curls. And hammer curls are whenever you got your arm and you're raising up like this right here. So, I mean, it's not the exact form, but I'm trying to give y'all an idea if y'all don't know what hammer curls are. So, I had dumbbells in each arm, and I was hammer curling, and I started feeling it in my heart the last couple reps, and then I started feeling like all the blood in my body was rushing to my left arm. So I'm walking around the gym with my hand up like this, trying to get the blood to go back out of it, or the feeling to stop. And it kind of calmed down, so I went back to working out, but I was doing a different exercise, and then I started feeling messed up again, like worse than before. So my friend that ran the gym actually called the ambulance, the paramedics, for me. And when they got there, my blood pressure was sky high, my heart rate was sky high, and ever since then, I've had problems on and off. The doctors have tried to tell me it's just anxiety. Now I know I do have anxiety, which I actually think the Chiari is what causes the anxiety. I think if I didn't have Chiari, I wouldn't have anxiety, because I've been up on stage in front of 1,000 people to perform, and that's anxiety. This other crap that I got that goes along with me a lot of times for no reason whatsoever. You know, it's different. It's anxiety, but it's not, if that makes any sense. So, but yeah, I try to work out now. My heart rate goes crazy on me. When I try to ride a bicycle, my heart feels like it's bouncing all over my chest. I can't go, well, I can, but it's kind of hard to explain. But sometimes I go to the mountains, which the mountains are about an hour and a half away from me. And as I'm going up the mountain, I start feeling so messed up. Like, the first time it hit me, it felt like everything started going in slow motion, and I was being flattened out and stretched out. So, but now, it doesn't do it every time, but it does it a good bit, and it doesn't always do it like that. But, yeah, but whenever I get to where I'm going, whenever I get up to the mountain, it kind of stops. So, I don't go to the mountains all that much, even though I love the mountains. And, yeah, it's kind of stripped a lot of things away from me that I love to do. So, but yeah, so here's some Chiari facts. So, Chiari fact number one. Chiari fact number one is a Chiari malformation is a structural defect in the base of the skull. It's a structural defect in the base of the skull. The skull doesn't fully form, or doesn't form correctly, and it leaves no room for the cerebral fluid to flow right, and a lot of times it herniates the cerebellum into the spinal column. So, Chiari fact number two is the causes are unknown, but they appear to be due to developmental failure in the brainstem, or of the brainstem, and the upper spinal cord or cervical region while the fetus is developing. So, like I said, it doesn't form right. The skull doesn't form right. And then fact number three. Fact number three is there are 5 types of Chiari, and this goes into fact number 4. So type 0 through 4. But you got 0 through 4, and then type 1 is the most common, and that's what I have, is type 1. So, and then fact number 5, type 0 Chiari is a very small, they categorize characterizes by a very small herniation of the cerebellum to no herniation at all. And yeah, so it's crazy how that does that. And number six, fact number six, a person can have Chiari and never show signs of it, while others can have severe symptoms, and the symptoms are not always determined by the size of the herniation. So it could actually have more to do with the flow of the cerebral fluid. But yeah, that's like me. All my life I had symptoms. It's just they were smaller symptoms before. And I always thought it was normal. So, like, I could go over a dip in a car and, like, where it would take your stomach, it doesn't take my stomach. It gives me that feeling in my head. So, yeah. And then number 7, Chiari has no cure. It only has treatments, which is a decompression surgery, and it doesn't always work. It's not always permanent, and sometimes it makes the symptoms worse, which I'm in Chiari groups on Facebook, and I've seen people talk about how some people have talked about how the surgery made them worse. But what they do for the decompression surgery, they remove a piece of the skull back here, and they put a mesh to make more room for the cerebellum, and so the spinal fluid can flow better. So, but yeah, and then, so fact number 8 is a lot of times Chiari is either accompanied by or causes other conditions. Sometimes it's accompanied by EDS, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's a connective tissue disorder. Sometimes Chiari can cause a condition called POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And that, if I'm not mistaken, is where the blood doesn't flow right. It'll actually pool. So, yeah, POTS is crazy. So, and that could actually be what I have, why I can't work out and stuff like that. And it's weird because, like, sometimes I can go up a flight of stairs and it doesn't bother me at all, even though I have anxiety and I'll be thinking about it and check my pulse. And then other times I can go up that same flight of steps, and instead of not having anything, now this time it feels like I'm damn near ready to have a heart attack. I gotta stop and sit there and breathe and get my heart rate back under control and everything. So, and that's the type of stuff that happens to me whenever I work out. I got to the point now where I can just, like, I gotta do push-ups. I'll do a set of push-ups here or there and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's crazy. And it's weird because, okay, well, back in the day I smoked weed all day, every day, and it never bothered me other than whenever I got too high. But then I figured I'd try it to see, because I quit for a couple of years, and then I figured I'd try it to see if it helped anything. And for a while, I could take a couple of hits and ride my bike as hard and as long as I wanted to, and it wouldn't bother me. But then out of nowhere, all of a sudden it got to where it would affect me worse again, so I had to stop. But yeah, it's crazy how that type of stuff happens, which, like, I've had medicines and stuff work on me for so long and then just stop. So, but yeah, and then so another fact about Chiari is it was found, it was discovered in 1891 by Arnold Hans Chiari, which is who it's named after, Arnold Chiari Malformation. Well, not Arnold Hans. I didn't write this down. It might be Arnold Hans Chiari. I don't know. I'll get back to y'all. But anyway, it's Arnold Chiari, and that's like what they call it. So, and he discovered it in 1891, or at least coined the term in 1891. But yeah, and then some other like hydrocephalus comes along with it. And hydrocephalus, I don't know much about it, but from my understanding, it's where the cerebral fluid just flows too much into the skull and creates way too much pressure. So, yeah. So you got like, and then, a syringomyelia, which is what I have. And that causes a world of shit. And that could actually be what causes my heart to go crazy on me. Because that's like in 2010, I got in the car with my mom, and as soon as I sat down, my heart rate jumped up on me and went sky high. So I had her take me to the hospital, because this is before I learned more how to try to calm myself down or feel when it was coming on. But yeah, I had her take me to the hospital, which was pretty much right around the corner. And they whenever I got in there and I was in the lobby, my heart rate was at 180 when they came out to check it. My legs couldn't even hold me. They were so shaky, I was sitting in the floor when they came out and checked me. So they hurried up, got me to the back. By the time they got me to the back, my heart rate done went to 250. So my heart rate was beating at 250 beats a minute. And then they went ahead and they went to stick a needle in my arm to put an IV in me. And as soon as they stuck my arm with that needle, my heart rate dropped from around 250 down to 120. And from what the doctor was telling me was, he said what happened is, whenever that needle stuck my arm, it crossed signals. So not it crossed signals, but it shocked my nervous system. And that's what caused my heart rate to drop. But he said what was happening was, my nervous system was crossing signals and jacking my heart rate up. And he told me that was paroxysmal atrial tachycardia. So, like, he was telling me certain things I could do is strain like I'm gonna take a shit, or even do something to shock my nervous system, like dump cold water on my head or something like that, which, from my understanding, could be kind of dangerous, because there was a guy that I worked with, and I don't know if it was his nephew or what, but they were going to a place called South Mountain around here, and dude jumped in the water and never came up because he was so hot, and it was so hot outside, but the water was so cold. Whenever he jumped in, it shocked his nervous system and stopped his heart. So I figured that could be kind of dangerous too, but when your heart rate's trying to jump up to 250 or higher, you kind of got to do something. You kind of got to take chances. But yeah, he told me it was paroxysmal atrial tachycardia. And what's weird is, considering the doctors, most doctors have no idea what this is or how to treat it. And if they do, then they go ahead and they get their fucking God complex, and they think they know all about it when they don't know shit about it. Granted, there's a good bit of doctors that do know a good bit about it, but the majority of them don't. I've had to tell more doctors and nurses what this is and explain it to them more than I've had doctors and nurses actually know what it is, or even know a decent amount about it. So yeah, when you have a rare condition, you find out how shitty the medical industry is. So, but, yeah, so I figure my Chiari or my syringomyelia, or both, from reading on them and everything, I figure that's what's causing the signals to cross, because the Chiari putting pressure on the brainstem can mess with the different nerves, and your 10th cranial nerve, which is your vasovagal nerve or vagus nerve, runs down and goes down to around your stomach, and it controls your heart rate, your digestion, your breathing, and those are the things that I've had the most trouble with over the years, because it's crazy. The number one symptom of Chiari is headaches, and I barely ever get a headache now. When I get a headache from other than my sinuses, because I do have sinus problems, but when I get a headache, a Chiari headache, it feels like somebody stuck me in the back of the head with a screwdriver and is just jerking it all around. Shit hurts. So, but yeah, y'all, I figured I wanted to make a video for Chiari awareness, and because there's a lot of us that struggle with it, and the medical field has no idea what the hell they're doing with it for the most part. It needs more awareness. It needs more research. That's just like I've had doctors try to tell me it's because of my weight. Now, remember, whenever this stuff first started messing with me, I was in great shape. I was working out 3 to 4 hours a day. I rode my bike damn near everywhere I went, my bicycle. So, yeah. And, I mean, hell, I was curling 70-pound dumbbells. I was strong as shit. All that. And then they started telling me it was anxiety. And then they started trying to tell me because I quit working out and I gained weight and everything. Then they were trying to tell me it was because of my weight that was doing it and everything. And I'm just like, if it's my weight, then why the hell did it start when I was in great shape? If it's my weight and being out of shape, why did it start when I was in great shape, you know? So, they can't answer that one though, now can they? Nah. That's why you gotta challenge these fuckers. I've done more for myself medically than the medical establishment has, than the doctors have. I ain't saying I ain't had good doctors, because I have. But I've done more for myself. That's like the hole in my foot. I've had this thing since 2000 and everything like that. The best thing I've ever used on it is what I'm using on it now. All natural, Manuka honey. So, and all the surgeries and all that, which I could have the osteomyelitis back, which they said it was gone. So evidently diet and different things that I was doing is what got rid of it, which is crazy because osteomyelitis is supposed to be damn near impossible to get rid of without surgery. And a lot of times they do amputations for it, which they have wanted to amputate my foot for since 2005. I won't let them though. And now that I'm older and reading the mortality of amputees, I'm even more scared of having an amputation because the mortality rate of an amputee is pretty damn high. So it's pretty high in the first year and it's pretty high within the first 5 years. So yeah, but anyway, this is about Chiari. But yeah, this needs more awareness. It needs more research and everything. So, but that's Chiari Malformation. And if I start bouncing around a little bit, my bad, y'all. I have a tendency to do that because I'm a talker. So, and I will bounce around on a subject. So, but yeah, so that's my video on Chiari Malformation. And more that can be said, and I could look up a whole lot more and write it down, which I actually didn't even write down some of what I thought I did write down. But anyway, y'all, I might make another video. I don't know. I gotta lay down a little while because I think I'm